Good evening, everyone. Thank you so much for coming into this fortnightly Wednesday calling. Tonight is going to be a big night because we have got 10 awesome people sharing their 1 to 2 points that their learning points from the MAIC that we just had. Okay, so because we have got so many people so excited to share, we have kind of restricted their time to just sharing 1 or 2 key points, right? So about what they love or what they learned from the speaker that they have chosen. So I'm going to share screen and we are going to start. I got to share sound because I'm going to show you something afterward. So we have got this huge agenda, as I said, and I don't expect you all to know your segment. So first up will be Kim Ho, and then Connie. Is Connie here? I didn't see Connie just now. Ken?
Connie's here, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm here.
All right.
Sorry, I'm muted.
All right, Nancy, then Kitty, and then Hong Ling, Noreen, Shanit, Chia Chun, and Hong. Okay, so before that, I better stop share and Connie.
Yeah, Lily, I'm here.
Connie Lu, is that right?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, Connie Lu. All right. Nancy, have I made you co-host? Let me check Nancy. Nancy. Yeah. So I'm going to start by sharing. Enjoy this short video.
The only thing that counts in life, the key fabric or code that makes it work, is not hearing things from people, but experiencing them. We have dedicated our lives in the last 30 years to an opportunity at the grassroots level to allow average people to become entrepreneurs and to rise up as a group. I wish there was a way that I could get inside their head, inside their soul, inside their heart. Nothing would stop you. And your belief and your commitment to be there to connect together, all in one powerful statement of belief. We're moving on to a new level, a new vision, because you already have the magic. You already have the power. You already have the ability to do it. You just have to do it.
Anyone who's ordinary can become extraordinary.
What can we put in your arsenal of tools to grow your business?
It's the chance to take your life back.
I'm going to take control of my life.
We have our own unique superpowers. We need to learn to embrace them.
Life is about people,
Life is only once.
and I want you to make every moment matter.
'Cause in your eyes, there's a spark.
I'm thankful for each and every one of you.
Where else can you find more belief, more real stories?
We're so fortunate to have such great entrepreneurs around the globe. Knowledge breeds confidence, and that's really what the business is all about.
Every one of us has the ability to be accountable to ourselves.
We're capable and able of handling and doing more than we ever thought is possible.
We leverage nature to help build the best defense products on the market today. Anything you could want, you can get from shop.com.
You see, in our community, our atmosphere, we believe in your greatness. It's what we're built on.
Action is power. So you need to step it up and take action.
We'll do this together rather than being in this together.
If you work something that you love, you'll never work a day in your life because you're passionate about what you do, and that's what we're creating here.
We are delivering revolutionary things for you.
The grass is never greener on the other side. It's only greener where you choose to water it. I want you to plant seeds for the future. Our global community of entrepreneurs is powerful, dedicated, and growing.
That's what the dream is, and that's what makes it happen. That's what made it happen for us all. These were things that formed my mindset. And you don't have to be perfect. You just have to be authentic. The people power can come together and work together. Deep in the fabric of our cerebral cortex and our DNA. It's what we're about.
That's what entrepreneurs do. It's who we are. We don't give up.
This company was built on the hopes and dreams of thousands of people. It is their dreams and ambition that made this company what it is. They have become my family. What is the price tag on all those hopes and dreams?
If that doesn't make you have goosebumps, I don't know what. So this is so awesome. So let's kick off tonight's session. First up, we'll have Kim Ho. Kim Ho, welcome. Can you, if you want to share screen, do. Otherwise, we have to, we spotlight you, is it? Or we pin you? Where are you, Kim Ho?
Yeah, I'm here. I'll share screen now.
Spotlight.
You can see my screen?
Yes.
Okay. So I'll start. Okay, yeah. All right. Hello, everyone, and thank you to Kitty, Lily, and Nancy for giving me the chance to present on Mark Ashley's segment for the 2021 International Convention that just recently finished. So I'm sure everyone will really enjoy and learn a lot from the MAIC, and how many of you all actually enjoyed Mark Ashley's 2 sessions. As you all can see, he's so passionate and so excited to share. And normally, people will easily get tired from people sharing and presenting the same things over and again, and also the same products that he shared so many times. But for me, even after 3 to 4 presentations or so, I just never get tired from his presentations because there's so much passion and excitement. And every time also I feel that I don't have words to describe his presentations. So coming from a few others about the presentations, like Cullen Haskins, he talked about his unwavering commitment to each and every UFO in the unfranchised business. He also brings tremendous amount of energy every time he presents. And the main thing is he always have our back, just like the company has our back, that they actually put importance in the UFOs. Also, JR says he puts his whole soul into presenting, and also in the breakout sessions by JJ also, he also say that Mark actually taught a lot about the marketing app and samples and shop life until he doesn't really need to go into details in the breakout session. So to start off, Mark actually talked a lot about the product brokerage in his first session. I won't go through all this because all these are so well detailed, and he makes it so simple by summarizing in this slide itself. In summary, is all the product sourcing of so many products and all the best ingredients, all the evidence and science, clinical studies, delivery methods and all. But I want to focus on the 4 points that he actually talked about. Is that he focused on the company, that it does everything for all of us in the business, where all we need to do is actually to just spend time on prospecting and recruiting, and also to build our customer base. So it's actually it's very simple for us, just that the company does everything else that we don't have to worry about. So also he talks about the company that they never sacrifice quality, and they also test the products twice rather than once, like most other companies. So most of the products are all backed by science, supported by clinical studies, and also important are the FDA approvals, the environmental agency approvals, and also good manufacturing practice standards are actually maintained. And also the good thing is there's no price gouging. He gave the example of the COVID pandemic, where a lot of people that take advantage of hand sanitizers, that they gouge up the prices. But in market America, maybe not for all of us, but in America, that they use the hand sanitizers, they actually lower the prices even at the company's losses. So what this means that the company is represented well in this image, that it doesn't take advantage of people's hardships and difficulties. So it's just very good to know that we are ethical and trustworthy company. And the best thing that he said was he always think for us, and that he always try to make things better and simpler for the UFOs. So when it comes to all the products, there's just so many different new products that were recently came out for the past 12 months and all. So we talk about all the immune health and support products, mental health and well-being, also functional and adaptogenic teas. So I just want to focus on these 3 new products that he talked about. I just feel that even though that is not available in some of the markets like Malaysia, but these are 3 good products that are actually so, there's a very big market that I believe that if it does come to Malaysia also, it will be very, it can be sold up like within a few minutes like that. So well-being tea is such a convenient, and anytime we can just take it whenever possible. Like just like I take the green tea, I can just take it anytime. The heart health, blood pressure and vascular support is actually such a good product. I just think that this product, if it comes to Malaysia, I'll straight away buy it for my mom because she has blood pressure. And also there's so many people in Malaysia that got so many problems with blood pressure. So actually this is very good alternative for them. The neurofocus is actually something that I need for me personally, because I just feel that sometimes mental clarity is important, not just for me, and for those who are studying and working. So I just say I need this. And then he talked about trial size marketing of all the 4 different products, all the samples. So it actually, what strikes me was when he give the example of the testimonials, like the linear TV, the samples, so that actually I can just try out myself also. So we talk about marketing apps. You can actually track activity and prospects, and also we can share websites and product info and follow-ups, and also we can actually give free samples from the app. So, and also we talk about Shop Life, that we can become our own influencer and also to live stream and sell products. So in summary, I just like the way he summarized that, just saying all the time that we just cannot put our head in the sand, and that we must continue to help people, because we are not just selling, we're helping people to improve their quality of life and healthy lifestyle. It's a perfect plan, perfect products and for the people. Fortune is in the follow-up, and also we must get on the boat. We should download the app, otherwise we miss it. So thank you for the presentation. So the next chapter will continue.
Wow, that was so good. Thank you so much, Kim Ho. And you did it within the timing, so thank you very much. All very good points. Definitely Mark is my favorite speaker whenever it's a convention. All right, next up we'll have Connie.
Okay.
Any slides, or do you can also just
yes.
Yeah. Maybe you stop sharing. Yeah, Connie will take over. Can someone please spotlight Connie now? And
yeah, I'll do that.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay, done.
Go ahead, Connie.
Go for it, Connie. I'm excited.
It's the first time I'm doing it. Wait, how come I can't share screen?
You are. It's just that there's no. You haven't got your slides up, is it?
Oh, I have put it under in my desktop. Okay. It just go round and round. Hold on. Okay, I found it. Thank you for waiting.
Hasn't shared, well.
No, because
it's buffering.
Connie, I have your PowerPoint.
Change a bit, my dear.
Can I share? If you stop share, I can share, and then you can just speak. Is that okay? Because I have yours. Do you want me to do it, Connie?
No, it's like moving, but it's not coming up.
Yeah, your internet is probably buffering.
Yeah.
So maybe let Kitty share your slides if you have got slides.
I have her slides. Is that okay, Connie?
Yeah, but I never mind. It's okay. I just move on if it's right. Thank you.
Okay, here it is. I've got it.
Wait. My computer.
Okay, here it is. Go for it, Connie.
You haven't shared anything. Connie, perhaps you stop share. Kitty, are you sharing?
I am sharing, but Connie is still sharing. Connie, can you go stop share, dear?
She's hung. Maybe you
Oh,
Yeah, I don't know why I'm hungry.
can we stop her? Do you want to continue? Okay, let me try that.
Yeah, you stop
Kitty, you can
her.
override, I think.
I
You just share.
Can you see?
Not yet.
I
Maybe
am
have
screen
to do it.
sharing. I'm screen sharing. Can you see? Connie has disappeared.
Yeah.
That's me. I just stopped share. Are you? Oh, you can't. This is a bit awkward.
Connie, are you there?
It's Connie.
Connie just disappeared.
It's okay, Lily. Why don't you get to the next person? Then
But the next person is Ken. Ken, you need to share screen.
Man, okay. Yes, I do. Hang on. I think I can share. Yeah.
No, I think Lily can, if Lily share, it will remove her. Lily,
Yeah,
you're
so
the,
I did.
Oh yeah, because you're the host. Yeah.
yeah, Lily, you can remove.
Can you all see my screen now?
No.
See,
Hang
I'm sharing
No.
screen already, and it's not working either.
Wow, so powerful. Connie's. Oh, yes.
Oh, here it is. Okay, Connie.
Okay. So what are we doing? Is it me or Connie?
Is Connie back?
Oh, I think she left as well. No, okay, let's get
Let's
to
start
Ken.
with you, Ken, and then
Oh,
Connie
man.
can come back.
All right, pressure. Hang on. I was gonna use Connie's session to bring my slides up, but oh well.
Kitty has your slides.
No, I've got it here. I've just had to open files. That's all. Okay. Hang on now. Let me just sort this up. Okay. Warning without. Here we go. All right, cool. So I'm sharing on JR's first session, and I think Auntie Nancy's gonna follow up with session 2. And I've just got 5 slides, all pictures. The whole point of today's sharing is really to help us appreciate what exactly we have in our hands, which is not, as JR says, one of those things. It's really something so powerful, and sometimes we almost have to take a step back and really appreciate and consider everything we have right at our disposal. The first slide I wanted to bring up is this. So all these are basically just screen capture from JR's own slides, and what you see here are all the accolades that we've got as a business. You can see, we're number 19 in Best Online Shops 2021. There are literally tens of thousands of online shops online. And to get into like top 1,000, let alone like top 20 is really, really amazing. And of course, all these other accolades. So really, we're not just like a quote unquote network marketing business. We're really, stand, on the shoulder of giants, and one of the best online shops out there. So that's the first thing, right? We have a truly powerful online retail business. Hang on, oops, there you go. The other thing is really to consider, when we share this with our prospects, we don't actually have to be ashamed of this. I know maybe some of us, and certainly myself in the past, you had some fear as to what people might think. But here's the reality. Everyone's thinking of a side hustle. Everyone's thinking of how to create additional income, especially after you listen to Auntie Nancy's presentation, right? Inflation is, it's going to hit all-time highs, really. So what then are realistic options? And he actually went through all these things. And I know friends who have done pretty much every single one of these, right? And I can tell you, like, not many of them have longevity. It's basically a second job. It's a really hard grind. And even when you do those things, you Uber, for example, being a freelancer, trying to be an influencer, it's still really, really, really hard. And the worst thing is they have no sustainability. So what we have here is truly something special. We have to be really proud of it. The next slide is something that really attempts to shift our mindset around no's. I remember seeing this slide last year. I think it was MAIC as well, where he used the slide. And we can either think that it's so hard to get people to say yes, or we can have the mindset that the people who say no to us are essentially just disqualifying themselves. because just like the best universities, only a very, 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 very small percentage of people actually make it in. And you can almost see when we prospect people, that being the process of interviewing them. And that really sets you up, that sets up your posture correctly. So this is something that's really helped me, to get through a lot of rejection as well. Maybe it's something that will help all of you. And I know this is certainly one of my favorite slide of JR of all time, perhaps. I've only got the final slide, but of course he builds on this. It starts with linear income and then traditional business, and then he builds on and saying, it gets better and better with then insurance and membership renewals. But with Market America, what we have is living security. So it's insurance that pays while you're still alive. It doesn't have to, kick in only when you die. Also, there's so many things. I mean, this slide is really, really rich, but we can think about the non-linear growth of the income. That itself is amazing. We can think about how it essentially sustains itself over time. We can think about the 2 to 3 year plan, how quickly it builds up to a sustainable income level, right? That can actually replace our primary income if we do this business right. And that happens really, really quickly. So there's so many things that are so powerful about this compared to pretty much any other business model. Low overheads, the fact we have all the training, the fact it runs like a franchise. So I think this slide here has really caused me to pause and think and really appreciate this franchise business system. I think the more you appreciate it, the prouder you are of it, the less fear you have in prospecting, and consequently, the more success you actually get. And finally, this is the last slide. I'm starting to really appreciate the importance of the MUFO program even more. So far, I've only qualified for this once, and that was like the last Q4 of last year. I always got really close. I know certainly, the thing I'm trying to make sure I get through is the IBV now. But increasingly, I'm seeing this as really the key pathway to success, because if you hit the MUFO, you're essentially doing all the things that you need to grow your business. You're prospecting, you're getting BV, you're getting IBV, you're going for the right training, you are, getting yourself on the staircase to success, as JR likes to share, right? So it's step by step, but one of the key things for us to commit to is really the MUFO. So those are the slides I've got, and can hand it over to Auntie Nancy.
Yeah, that was awesome. Yes, definitely MUFO is so important. So Nancy, let's hear the second part.
All right. Let me share screen. All right. You can see my slides, right?
Yep. But they are not in slideshow yet.
Yeah. Okay. So, so what is inflation? So this is one part that says a lot about what inflation, the way JR actually explains it. But in a nutshell, not really in a nutshell, I would like to actually point out money supply is out of control. Can you hear me? My internet?
Yes.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Okay. So unemployment, all right. Because of COVID-19, unemployment rate has actually gone up a lot, and many countries are actually paying people not to work. So there's production, supply and demand issues. Demand is up, supply chain is actually bottlenecks. As we know it, logistics is having a lot of problems right now. There's national debts, and inflation is already in US is 8.4%. Even in Malaysia is actually above what they forecasted it to be. And I think in Australia is about 3.8%, with fuel price at 6.8%. So with fuel price being higher, we know it will impact a lot of costs, right? And loan to deposit ratio is at the highest. Okay, this is what it is. I can't move. Uh-oh. All right. So this is just a piece of paper that actually from Deloitte that actually talks about inflation being high, will easily exceed 10.27%. So something has to give, and something is going to ready to be break or crash. So what will you do about it? Supplementary income, living security. We need to create our own economy. That's what JR says, and that's why he works towards it right from the very beginning. Those days itself, he actually saw it, that it will be that kind of cycle that we will go through our life. Therefore, we must refuse to participate in recession. How? So back to what is inflation? Inflation is the decline of purchasing power of a given currency. All right. So with that, the rise of prices is going to go up, and effectively we buy less with what we have. And this has been the record over 10 years, like ground beef in this is all very American, but I think we can relate in every country. Ground beef has gone up by 44% over the 15 years. Coffee 18, milk 12%. All right. So too much inflation is generally bad for economy. Economists normally say that middle ground is about 2% per year. But inflation in some countries can reach up to 15%. So we hope we never see it in our countries at all, but we also do know that even in Malaysia, when they tell us it's about 3%, sometimes we wonder whether it's really 3% or it's actually really more, because it really feels like it's a lot more than 3%. Okay. Now, because of money supply, we think inflation is bad. But check this out, right? Because of money supply, because of the money the US printed, we all know that they have printed more than necessary, so to speak. It's not backed by anything. It's not backed by reserves at all. And then we could then be looking at inflation coming up to 10, 15% or even more. And we say this, there's a saying that says, when US sneeze, the rest of the world will have flu, right? So it can actually impact us. It will impact China, but China is big. They have their own economy, but it still will impact them. So we really have to ask ourselves these questions. Am I being honest with myself about my financial situation? Or am I just hoping it will work out? There's a saying, hope is not a strategy when we come to our life, right? Hope in God is a strategy, but hoping that something will just turn out is not a strategy, it's not a plan. Even if my plan, next question, even if my plan will meet my goals, have I taken inflation and the rising cost of goods into account? This car here is very real, right? You can buy for 24,000, probably 24,000 in Aussie dollars. I think so, right? But in time to come, 10 years time, how much would this car cost? So using Treasury 10 years, Treasury bond has a benchmark. This is the US, all right. Using that as a benchmark, you need a 5.07% rate. You need 71,000 investment to earn 100 ringgit per month. So there's a reverse of saying it. So let's just say at 0.93%, you need 387,000. Let's go to this level of 3,600 per week. This is per week units, 3.6 million. If it's at 0.93%, it's 20 million. Now, my next slide is going to put in a little bit more into Malaysian perspective. Right. So we actually assume equivalent investment earnings at 4%. So if a coordinator earning 1,200 per month, you need an investment of 360,000 ringgit. With 12,000 per month, you need 3.6 million. You become a director, you aim to earn a director level of 72 ringgit per month. We need 21.6 million equivalent, that kind of money. And that's at 4%. No fixed deposit is at 4%. Okay? Now I think it's only at 2%. So we just say investment, we get returns of 4%. That's how much it is. So it's that equivalent amount. So here again, this is a slide just to remind us, can we create our own economy? So Ken loved this slide, so do I. When I saw his slide, I said, oh, okay, he has said it all. All right. So one thing I would like to say this, in Market America, your curve goes up here, it plateau here because why? We can take a cruise, work it for a while, a year until we built it on your BDC one, cruise and take a holiday for 1 year. And the income will still be there, okay? Then we come back. We build our next 2 level and that's how it will grow. First at this level, we build, then we come back, take a nice holiday, come back, and then start building it again on BDC 2 and 3 and push it to the next level. So, Market America. Other companies may have products or technology or a compensation plan, but no other company offers the depth and breadth of what it takes to succeed online. No one. We continue to develop tools, technology, and ways for UFOs to create and service more customers and attract more people looking for opportunity. No one has what we have. That's it. That's my presentation.
Very good. Very good.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
So good.
Let me stop share.
Stop share.
Okay. Yeah.
Definitely, JR segment is always, you have to sit at the edge of your chair because he speaks with such passion, All right, Connie, are you able to share?
I'm so afraid to share now. I'm scared after the whole thing will go bonkers again. I will just try now and see, okay?
All right. Otherwise, you can just tell us what you have got.
I will just touch share screen and then share. Whose screen is this here? Huh?
It's your screen. We are watching it now.
No, I don't have my screen yet. How come?
Your slides, you mean? No, it's your slides.
Yeah. Okay. It's opening up. Can you see?
Yes.
Okay, good. Now I'm very stressed because of what happened. All right. I think because of time shortage, I will just touch on this. When I think what the points is what I'm going to present is nothing new to all of us, but what really touched me is the way they present it under this 4 cornerstones. So when I come about this business, I just want to remove this thing. Okay, I mean, we all talk about all these things during our presentation, but what I was so taken aback by them is this 4 great guy, he put all the points into 4 major categories and called it the cornerstone. So when I look at this slide and when I hear them giving the talk on that platform, I immediately was able to see the overview of the business. And that was fantastic because it now has become like my conversation piece or team, with other people. Now, the next slide, you say, what are the 4? The 4 one, as you know, is called the binomial marketing and the MPCP, or the Management Performance Compensation Plan. Then you talk about the unfranchised business being the 2nd cornerstone, product brokerage, the 3rd cornerstone, and last but not least, the 4th, one-to-one marketing and converting your spending into earning. Now, what touched me in the binomial marketing thing is the figure 2. Say why 2? Because it's the lowest common denominator for exponential growth. And also they say that from the understanding point of view, that any average person, they have done a research and say that a direct seller could sponsor 2.3 partners over the period of 10 years in their business. So therefore, he said that, Dennis Frank says that, so building 2 organizations was something that an average person could actually and realistically do. And that for me, I think is a very powerful thing. It made me realize that you don't need many numbers, but just two, and is able to expand your business. And he went on to touch on this. Of course, this point I'm not going to run through as well. It's better cash flow, sophisticated tracking system, and 100% credit in all purchases, and the potential of earning 300 to 3,600 in weekly commissionable income per business development center. He further went on to talk about the strategic advantages, which I'm not going to touch, but we all know that I'm very touched by this plan is because of no levels, no levels, and everybody has equal opportunity to excel in this business. And also one beautiful thing is the placement of business volume and the approval of the business volume 365 and 548 days for business volume and IBV respectively. And this is something very, very wonderful. All right. Then Kevin Buckman went on to touch on the unfranchised business system, featuring the two features is standardization and uniformity to facilitate duplication of result producing activities, and also the features of leveraging. And what touched me here is he says that although he agreed, he says that the binomial system and the MPCP is very profitable. He said, in fact, the most profitable conversation he has ever known or studied. But he said that if profitability is based on our ability to scale it, he said, in that case, we have to be able to expand, we have to be able to duplicate, especially duplicate in masses. That means it's one of the most important things in this business. And what to duplicate. That's why he said that one of the beautiful things that we have in our system here is the I would say the result to reducing activities has already been done for us. Has already been done. It's all there for us. All we need to do is to just duplicate, to learn the business, the system well, and to duplicate. And on top of that, he says that the systemized, standardized, coordinated best practices of all these things are already there. And one of the biggest things that JR has ever created is the open training seminar system, so that all of us, regardless of who, can have access to the system. Anybody can access. So he said it doesn't matter who is our sponsor, it doesn't matter who is a senior partner, it doesn't matter who is making the the rainmaker in the organization. Everyone can do this business, and that's what I found that is beautiful, All right. Then Jim Wickler, oh, I missed the Andrew. How come Andrew one is not here? Never mind. But Andrew touched on the what Jim Wickler touched on. Sorry, Jim Wickler first, is it? Oh dear. How come my slide went the other way around? Never mind. Andrew touched on is, I think my mind is missing here. I don't know why. Andrew touched on the product brokerage, which I'm not going to touch on much because I think just now, if I'm not wrong, Kim Ho has already touched a little bit on that. And then but what he says that the reason why, of course, our positioning as the product brokerage has actually give us the stability and security in our business, and also the flexibility of moving with the marketplace. Yeah. So I'm not going to touch on this because we all know about this. What I also like to touch on, Kevin Buckman. This is this is already over the marketing. Sorry. Jim Wickler touched on the one-to-one marketing as well as the shopping annuity. He says that mass marketing does not work in today's age. What works is the one-to-one marketing. It's a relationship marketing, and that is something very powerful because he says that it's talking to people and showing people we really care. And we are actually servicing one customer at a time, and that is what gives us the power. He says that today, what matters most is service. And this is what exactly we as UFO are doing. And that is one of the beautiful things that we are involved in. And he said, according to Jim, I like his statement, he said this shopping annuity not only is a revolutionary concept, to him, it simply means common sense. And I really agree with him, it's common sense. He said being a when you start off this business, the number one thing you need to do is to be your own best customer for your own organization. And then he says that you just have to go and teach your friend how to do about it, you know, using the shopping annuity, not only yourself, but all your shoppers that whom you introduce to this platform, as well as to share with your teammates. He said, and that is what makes the, he says that this whole thing will make us called powered by people like us. And that's how we can become the people who's going to change the economy. Yeah. So I think I have passed time, but I just want to sum up. He says that the 4 cornerstones of Market America, number 1 is the binomial marketing and the MPCP. Second, the unfranchised business system. Third, product brokerage. And last but not least, one-to-one marketing and converting your spending into market to earning are the foundation and key to our unfranchised business. So with this, I just want to end my presentation. Sorry for the abruptness. But I would like to end by quoting what Jim says that throw to challenge us is, he said, knowing that we have the foundation, there's such a great foundation, how many of us are going to take and run with it? And, or rather, how many of us are going to be aggressive because you know you have the foundation to be great? With that, I'd like to thank everyone, and I wish, may God bless all of us in this unfranchised business, and thank you.
Thank you very much. And if you stop sharing, that is so awesome for your first time. So exciting. Onward and forward, don't worry. So next up, you had a big topic too, you know. So next up we have Kitty. The floor is yours.
Great, thank you. Just share screen, but before I do, I just want to say, Connie, witnessing how you prepare for this, and you have changed it a few times, and it's just been amazing. I just really want to give you a shout out, Connie. Okay, so let me start by saying that I am pretty sure that most of you know that TLS is my passion, right, in this business. So when I watch this TLS leveling up with the 3, I call them dynamic duo or trio, in fact, of TLS in this presentation is Dennis Franks, Melanie Nelson, and Suzanne Howe. I've just done a bit of a summary. It's a really long presentation, but because I've only got 5 minutes, I'll just do a few slides here. So basically the whole presentation about leveling up is about achieving your healthy weight. So how many of you would love to be optimally healthy, having your great weight management technique? So that's basically what Melanie Nelson was starting off talking about. 2 great products. The first one is the TLS Thermochrome V6, which is a brand new product. In fact, it was actually an improved formula from the previous Thermochrome. So this V6 has key ingredients which are amazing, including the green tea, the chromium, but particularly this registered mark of Capsimax. So it's only available global shop in UK, Australia, and Canada. Now with Thermochrome V6, I've got a bottle here. I'm very excited to get started. I only just got it recently here. So this Thermochrome V6, it says here that it supports focus, attention, thermogenesis, and metabolic function. So basically what that means is that not only will it help you to reduce or maintain your weight, the actual main ingredient, Capsimax here, is a fruit extract that help people to curb their appetite. But the important part of it is thermogenesis, which is actually to produce energy, kind of activity that really, when there's thermogenesis, a lot of times there is this jittery feeling that people might have, like coffee and other things. But this, even though it actually produces that, heat production, it actually also helps at the same time with supporting weight loss as well as regulating metabolism and giving focus, just like the neural focus that we heard about from Kim Ho. So that is that. And within the Thermochrome V6, we've got vitamins, mineral, chromium, B complex, B5 and 6 as well. The second new product, which is not really new because from the Miami conference back in March, the World Conference, we had that as like a limited edition. So within, I think, 2-3 weeks, the cookies and cream nutrition shake was sold out, and then it was stopped. So no more was it available, but now it's become an ongoing product, which means if you are in UK, Australia, and Canada, you can get it from Global, and that is going to be ongoing. And I tried it once, one canister when it came the first time. It's really, really yummy. Normally, I love, the vanilla and the chocolate, the nutrition shake, but cookies and cream, think healthy Oreo. And you can make a lot of amazing shakes as well as things like, healthy muffins and stuff like that. And you can see here there is, a 5-star comment, a testimonial about how this permanent addition of the shake that is made available to help her actually reduce her waistline, which is something a lot of us want, right? Like, belly fat reduction. And it has 18 grams of protein, 10 grams of fiber, and 24 essential vitamins. And it's amazingly yummy. Now, throughout the whole presentation of the leveling up of TLS, Melanie Nelson, Dennis Franz, and Suzanne actually focused in on a new campaign that a lot of us would have known. And in fact, I know that in Australia, there's like quite a lot of us are already in this campaign, and that is the 7-8-28 challenge. 7 stands for 7 days of detox. 8 is 8 weeks of commitment, which means doesn't matter which menu plan, it could be your fat shredder, rapid results, sure and steady, or continued commitment. As long as within those 8 weeks of commitment, you go for the plan that is most suited to your profile, then we will also be giving you 28 workouts that you can work with according to your program as well. So here are a couple of success stories that was shared in that stage, where Angelie talks about the fact that TLS was a game changer for her, and she can't wait to get married with her new and improved body. As you can see, the before and after, it's really a great transformation for her. And the second one is Maggie Hudson, who is a really close friend of Melanie Nelson, part of the TLS community. And she loved best about TLS was that it's really easy to follow. And you can do the 30-day jump start, meaning the first 7 days of the detox, then day 8 to 30 being the rest of that 30 days. You can just print off, the tracking sheet and follow it. So that's, you can see, wow, the before and after is another amazing transformation. Now, the third success story is Mark Anthony Roach, who is our fellow TLS brand new coaches here over there in the US. And he says that more than just weight loss, the TLS program has given him a great amount of recharged energy. And here is yours truly, Kitty Chang. And so this is my testimony that since I've been living the TLS lifestyle, I've been feeling better, looking better and younger, and have more energy and better productivity and performance. And my metabolic age has reduced 18 years since I started. And here, Dr. Nancy is someone that I personally really admire. And this is her success story. And she loves TLS because it's a lifestyle program designed to provide balance and promote wellness and weight loss. And she has lost 165 pounds, which is more than 70 kilos. Now, watch out for this next slide. This is her old pair of jeans. Look at that. It's nearly double her size now. So it's really amazing how she's been able to lose a lot of weight, during that time. So what I'd like to just simply say is that if you are in Australia, tonight is the very last night that you can join this 7-8-28. The only criteria for you to get in is to either purchase a 30-day jumpstart kit or $150 worth of global products. So if you haven't got in and you still want to, you can do that as of now until midnight, then you will be allowed in. But otherwise, after tonight, tomorrow you won't be in. So any of you has any customers or partners that are thinking of doing it, make sure you reach out to them. In fact, I would even hesitate to say, after this calling straight away, give them a call, because I am very happy to say that I've been working real hard in the last few weeks since the start of this promotion of the challenge, and I have well, I had 16 when I presented yesterday. I had 18 today, so 2 more. So I had 18 customers, and within our team, we've got, I think, 7 of us. And I know that even within Australia, we've got a fair number of us, including Lily's team, Hong Ling's team, and many others as well. And for those of you who would like to participate, or in Asia Pacific, I'm going to be opening up for Singapore, Malaysia, Hong Kong. And if you're interested, just contact me. This will be a parallel group, won't be from the corporate, but I'm more than happy to support you. So that's it from me. Thank you, Lily.
Oh, wow. Thank you. Definitely very excited about 7/8/28 and doing it together as a team. So just to make you all aware, tonight's session doesn't look like it's going to end in 1 hour, because we have 5 more exciting speakers, and you can see that they are also passionate to share. So next up, we have got Hong Ling. Hong Ling, the floor is yours.
Thank you, Lily. Let me share screen. Well, in my segment is Dr. D. She's my favorite doctor. And in her segment, I think her message is why healthy people are healthy, why sick people are sick, right? And it's a habit and choice. People make choices and they don't think too much, right? So they should be considering it. So what she has used the example of a little change per day is like a penny. So if she said, when somebody offer you, do you want $1 million today, or you want a penny a day and double the next day? And she actually pointed out, in 30 days, right, you are already getting 5.3 million. And if 1 extra day, the next day, you actually get $10 million, right? So what this is saying is, if we can do a little bit of change per day, and we get the benefit. So she pointed out as athletic, right? They spend every day a little bit to build up whatever that they are doing, right? Tennis player, golfer, etc., right? And then she asked the question, do you think all of the following? You don't smoke, you do exercise, you have a healthy weight, you eat healthy, right? And she said that it's only 3% of the people are ticking off for all these 4. And these 4 are the important things that influence our health, right? And then she said, fitness, right? Fitness, what do you mean by fitness? What is frail? She has got a photograph and say that we usually think that frail is you're old, right? You're frail, but it's not. A young person can be frail because, you know, you can't run, right? You can't, you'll be puffing, and that is not fit at all, right? And then the diet, healthy eating. How many people are eating healthy? Sleep is the most important thing as well, or equal importance. And lack of it contribute to inflammation. And inflammation is the biggest cause of a lot of the problems nowadays, right? So, and then she followed in and saying that our products, right? We have evidence of our product, how the evidence prove how good it is, right? And we are go-to products, not the me too products. And we have got performance products. depending on what it is: sleep, healthy diet, healthy living, etc., etc. And when we talk to the customer, and it is very important what is relevant to them, right? And we have to quote the power of the formula. If the person has never taken any supplement, and suddenly you give them 9 products, they'll faint, right? So you will start by what do they want? And the essential is good because it has got everything. Could be daily essential, could be anti-aging essential, or the women's essential, right? Are they only want to take one product or multiple? We have already gone through. Then you know your story. This is what she meant by when you want to tell people about testimonial, how good this product make you, right? After I take OPC3 and vitamin C, my hay fever and my husband's hay fever is under control, right? So this is my story. And she went through all these products. And in a way, that demonstrates how we can use the script to talk about our products, right? Then she introduced Dr. Tamara Weinstein. And she's already a doctor by her own name before she started shop.com. And she has been working with the community and educating the community and supplement to fill the gap and optimize health. And that is what she has been helping the community. And our products, she was impressed by our product and listened to the customer, what they want. And her favorite product is the isotonic anti-aging, and Dr. D's favorite product is the timeless prescription, the oxygen extreme. Then she introduced Gary Brecker. He's a human biologist, biohacker, functional medicine. One of the things that many things that during the presentation, he's impressed by the formulation, by the ingredients that shop.com has used in the product. And mind you, he's not one of us, and he's impressed. And that is kind of, oh, that's great, right? To us, the UFO, we want to hear that from an outsider point of view. And that is very important. And of course, he went into the method of having the cold shower, how to breathe, etc., etc. So I'm going to stop here since I'm going to run out of time. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Hong Ling. Yes, definitely. Dr. D is also one of my favorite speaker, and you can also find a lot of her YouTubes that you can share with your friends and customers. Next up, we have Noreen.
Hi, everyone. Okay, just share screen. So
can someone spotlight Noreen?
Hold on.
Thank you.
Slideshow. I can't find slideshow.
That's all right. We can see your slides. You can
see the slide? Okay.
Yep.
Good. Okay, very good. So I've got the honor to present what Lauren was speaking about. So again, she presents extremely well, and she just spoke from the heart, really. I'll just go through the main points because it was a huge topic. She covered so much, but she mentioned the 3 C's. If you can compliment, congratulate, or console 3 people every day, sincerely, take that opportunity, you'll build a connection with people. People will feel that you care about them and you mean more to people. And building rapport is very vital in our business because, you know, people kind of, if you make them feel special, that's really important. And we're a one-to-one marketing company, so that feeds into that. People don't care how much you know, they just care they know how much you care. That makes a big difference. She talked about stuff happening. So for all of us, things happen in our life, particularly in the last 18 months, stuff has happened to everyone. No one is immune to things going haywire in their life. You know, we have opportunities and we have challenges. And sometimes we feel like we've just got challenge after challenge after challenge, but that's life. And we'd be naive to think that that's not going to happen to us, but it's how we react to the stuff that happens to us makes the difference. Attitude, of course, you know, whether you're looking at the glass half full or half empty, the attitude that which we attack our lives with speaks volumes. She talks about keeping going, not making excuses, never giving up. You know, she said, you are all individual, you are all here for a reason. And when she says that, like, she really seems to connect with every one of us. I think has a lot of sincerity and authenticity in herself. And she talks about authenticity. So, you know, you've got to be authentic in your life, and you've got to be authentic when you're building this business, because people can see right through people that are not authentic. And if you put your customer first, you're the person you're talking to first before yourself, you know, helping people get what they want will help you get what you want, sort of thing. That's important. Then she talks about progress in life. So if we're moving forward and making progress, we're happy. Happiness comes from progress, you know. If we reflect on our achievements, or, you know, just moving, whatever it is, learning a skill, learning a language, learning to, you know, cook or whatever, once you're moving forward, it's fulfilling, and that's important. This applies to all areas of your life, whether it's your work life, your social life, your relationships. You know, it's you know, moving forward, not being stagnant. She talks about the comfort zone, that the comfort zone is like a drug. So people get addicted to the comfort zone. They get addicted to just, you know, scrolling on their phone, watching TV, just not challenging themselves in any way. And that comes from a lot of different reasons. People do it out of fear. They're afraid of failing, afraid of, you know, making a mistake, or just being comfortable in sort of mediocrity. So it's also that feeds into not having a vision for the future, not having a big why. So if you have a why, it can really spur you on to move forward and progress in your life. She talks about habits. She herself recently divulged to us that she was a smoker, and she'd never ever disclosed that before her talks during the pandemic, but she's quit smoking, and she talks about the challenge that was, but how great it is that she's done that. So, you know, many of us have habits. You might just have habits of the phone, spending 2 or 3 hours scrolling on the phone, wasting time. And so think about what your habits are. It could be your relationship with food. It could be going to bed too late. It could be, you know, making excuses. So whatever your habit is, look at that and try and clean up our habits, or clean up our act. She talks about being messy. If we're messy in our lives, we may be messy in our head and our thinking, and that can reflect on our business and what we're trying to achieve. She talked about everybody having pain. So, you know, everyone has a hot button, as Lily always says, but if we listen, you know, 2 ears to listen, 1 mouth to speak. Listen more than you speak. Listen to people's pain, because we often have a solution for what people's pain is. And if we use their pain as a fuel to keep going, to moving forward, that will help the person you're talking to and listening to, and help yourself as well. She talked about time. And I guess there's no doubt about it, if the pandemic has taught us anything, it's given us so many lessons, but one of them is time and valuing time. You can't buy time, you can't get it back. There's only so many hours in the week, but, you know, make them all count. And she talked about, you know, nurses looking after people towards the end of life, and that they don't talk about, oh, I wish I spent more time at work. They always say, I wish I spent more time with family, with friends. I wish I had done something, you know, having a regret about, you know, not spending more time with people. And so this business is great like that. You know, we can think about how we can change our lifestyle to spend more time doing the things we really want to do. She talked about being alert to the things that steal your time. and to learn to say no. So, you know, some people are people pleasers. She's talked about in the early days, she was a people pleaser. You just say yes to everything. And I must say I'm a bit like that myself, or I used to be. I try now to kind of go, hang on a second, maybe that's not a good idea. So we need to learn to say no respectfully and you know, but, you know, put your own kind of needs. I'm not saying put them all first, but be wise to how you what the things you say yes to. Don't spend major time on minor things, and never to give up, not to give up. So that she said lots more too, but that's kind of the main points.
Thank you.
Thank you all very, very much. Thank you.
That is so good. Yes, Lauren's segment is always huge, you know, so
huge. Oh, yes.
Not fair to just give you 5 minutes, but this is just the 1 or 2 points that resonated with you. So thank you very much. If you could stop share now.
Yes.
Because the next person we have up is Shani.
Hold on.
No, it's all right. I haven't got slides anyway, so I can.
That's okay. We want to see a bigger you, so let her.
Oh, yes.
Anything?
So good the bigger me.
Sorry. Oh, yeah, it's up here.
No, it's all good.
Stop share. No, stop share. Oh my God.
Can't
stop share.
Well, I can talk anyway.
Got it. It's up at the top. Yeah, got it. Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry.
Hi, I can see 2 of me now. That's awesome. Hi, everyone. So I was just asked to talk about my experience at the conference from the point of view of someone who has been there for the first time and what that experience was like. So the first point I wanted to focus on really was the energy, the passion, and as Noreen kind of said, the authenticity of the speakers throughout the conference. That really struck a chord with me. And I really, you know, just really enjoyed the general vibe of the conference and the passion that each speaker brought. The new products, gosh, I'm always very excited when you know, you want to go and really buy everyone when the speakers speak. So, you know, the new palettes, the Sublime that Maria spoke about, and the eye gels that she spoke about, how she demonstrated those. Also, Kitty, I'm with you with the TLS cookies and cream. And yes, I have been converted into the 7-8-28 plan as well. But yeah, so, you know, I found that the logic behind them as well. You know, they're always bringing the new things to the market to suit where the market needs are going. So that was that kind of verified again, I guess. The benefits of the technology. You know, their theme really was the next chapter, and of course they're looking forward with their products, but also the technology. So, you know, I thought that Maria demonstrated that very well with her motives presentation when she was, you know, explaining about the Try Me feature and how she demonstrated in the store, if you physically go in, what it's like. I thought it was very, very good way to explain the benefits of the Try Me feature. Okay, so I really did enjoy the health talks, and especially Gary. I really did enjoy his presentation. And I did note, like what you said, Hong Ling, that you know, he endorsed really the Isotonics brand that we are said that is exclusive to our company, which was amazing. And I did go to some of the breakout sessions as well, the TLS one, and of course the motives one. And, you know, so it was good to get a more in-depth deep dive into those products there. So that's really it from me, other than to say that we can't forget the rock concert itself at the end. Yes. And the energy that you know, that the energy of that concert was almost typical of the energy of the conference itself, I would say. So I hope I've saved a few minutes so that we can buy some back for the next speaker. But I just want to say thanks for listening.
That was so good. Yes, and it was so nice to see you on screen, you know, together apart. So that was really nice. And I think for a new person going first time, it's always so very exciting. So thank you very much for that. Next, we have all the way from Malaysia, Jia Jun. The floor is yours.
Thank you. So first of all, I would like to say that this was a very exciting event so far. Personally, I myself never participating physically for World Conference or international conference, but so far, this hybrid events is one of a kind and is very fantastic, very lively, very, how to say, interactive for me. And one of the sessions that I would like to highlight would be the panel discussion. So every time whenever event is going on, I really like about panel discussion because it is very lively, very interactive, and we can experience a few speakers one time instead of only one speaker. So in this MAIC, so for the panel discussion will be Don Martin, Emily Penito, Mark Benaki, and Alexandra Kamitz. So the first speakers will be Don Martin. So a few sharing from Don Martin will be one market approach. Okay, when Jim Winkler asked which market would he prefer to approach, then he will say one market. Why? Because he can call and tell everyone that he know and as many people as possible. And then he also said that he likes to let people understand that they are here not to sign up for the business. Instead, he let people to understand so that they can give referrals. And this is a very good way, which is evaluation approach, as said by JR and also Elizabeth Weber. And he also realized that the people that I don't know is more than the people I know, because he starts from one market first. Later then, he go to the people that he don't know, which is referrals from the people he know. And he also focused on the correct mindset, which is failures will be the stepping stone to success. And not all referrals will be successful. So keep on going, don't give up. And when Jim Winkler asked about the favorite approaches from Don, he said he likes to go by phone or in person because he don't likes to not face to face. But however, during this new era, which I realized that we need to use text first and then only to get the phone call. This is to let people to feel more comfortable with us before we can approach them with phone call. The next speaker will be Emily. She is not a fan of using social media, so she's quite different from others, the younger generation, but instead she's utilized a lot on the basic skills, which is using name lists. So she encouraged us to find people who know people, focus on our top 10, get referrals from the top 10. She also highlighted on the mindset and attitude, which she herself, she has a huge wife. And then she also loves to help people because she will get a lot of unexpected rewards in the end. When asked about handling rejection, then she realized that people do not reject, they just do not understand yet. So this is the reason that what keeps her going and continue to achieve MUFO. For Mark Benaki, he is the PC of Market America. So he agrees with Don Martin as well. He loves to start with one market, then he share with people whom he trusts or comfortable with. Then only we can build confidence to share with core market. And he share with people of same share values. So for example, if I like to eat chocolate, so I will share my ideas and my passion with people who likes to eat chocolates. And I would not like to share with people who likes to eat, like, for example, sweets, because it's the different channel. We need to talk with people who are with us in the same channels. Then he moved on to the core market, which is social media. And social media is a great platform to get to know people, especially our situation, our pandemic now, which most of people in major cities are trapped in home, stay at home. So social media is the way to reach out to people. If you don't post once, like in a while, people will realize that, hey, where have you gone? Where you gone missing in action? People don't know where you are going because they only can see you through social media, because people nowadays love to go for Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and so on. And then this is a transition for him to go from one market to co-market, and this is a good practice for him to build relationship as well. For Alexandra Cummings, she likes to find names, do meet up, but during this pandemic, she cannot do it physically. So what she do, she likes to go to Facebook, Instagram. She likes to find people by hashtags. For example, she wants to find the makeup artist. She can find makeup artists by region, New Jersey, New York, and so on. And she also encouraged people to build relationships by text, call, and also Zoom, which we can utilize by prepared by Market America, which is the Zoom meeting platform. And I would like to highlight about Alexandra Cummings is she told a story about how during her hard times, her husband has been hospitalized and she can't even do work. So what she do is she bring the business together with her, and she, my time is up. Okay, in another 1 minute. So she took the business together with her in the hospital, and she do it while taking care of husband. So how fantastic it is to have a business that you can do it anywhere, even with only with phone, you can already do the business. So what similarities between all the 4 field speakers who share in the panel discussion? 4 of them consistently achieve MUFO. They show genuine interest in others, and they keep building a relationship, they keep sharing and they keep building relationship. And they also see that tickets are very important for education and to expand team. And every major event is also a celebration for all the successful entrepreneurs, and which is why we love to attend these major events. Okay, so another thing is what I like about speaker is they are so humble and they are down to earth. They are not boastful. They like to share from their heart and experience. I can feel that what they share, their content is very relatable to us as a very normal people who do the business. Okay, so this is what I like about major events, which is I can see a lot of successful entrepreneurs with all different cultures, but when we put into GMT-SAS system, we are all sharing the same value, sharing the same culture. So I hope to see everyone again in next events, hopefully in physically. Take care, stay safe. Thank you very much. I will pass back to our host, Lily.
Wow.
Thank you.
Thank you. If you would stop share, Chachun, that is so good. And yes, the panel was amazing. You know, you could hear over and over again, and you can always learn new things from all the tips that they give. These are actual tips. They are not theories. These people are wonderful. I thoroughly enjoyed that segment too. So next up, we have got our last presenter, Hong. The floor is yours, Hong.
Thank you. Thank you. Let me share my screen. I have been asked to cover Steve Ashley's segment. And Steve Ashley, for this particular year, the thing that I really got the most out of is the fact that they have implemented cryptocurrencies as a payment method in our shop.com. And the other, I suppose this gives me the credibility in my mind. And the other one is, I don't know whether all of you caught JR's presentation on the last day. And he again gave it a big endorsement because he said he was he didn't believe in cryptocurrency. Like many people, he thought it was a fraud, etc. But guess what? When he sold his apartment in Manhattan, now, let me tell you, I don't know what it is worth, but it would be upwards of $10–20 million to own that 3-level penthouse that he owns. And he sold that penthouse with cryptocurrency. Okay, and there you are. But anyway, coming back to what it means to all of us. Now, I don't know whether any of you are familiar with the cryptocurrency scene, but the fact that shop.com is accepting it and checked out this company called BitPay and have incorporated even now in Australia. So Market Australia, anyone who wants to buy our products can pay for it with BitPay. So what does it mean? Let me explain it in common terms, because that is all I can understand. Anyone that you know, and there are many people in this world who own Bitcoins and Ethereum and other types of cryptocurrency, those cryptocurrency that they have, they can't walk into Maya and say, oh, can I pay you in Bitcoin? But with us, they can pay with Bitcoin, but not in the exact way that Bitcoin works. They need to join and get a BitPay account. So BitPay is a bit like PayPal. So this person, if he wants to spend his Bitcoin, gets an account with BitPay, and they come into our portal. In fact, I've actually purchased products using BitPay in our own account. So you go and do the transaction like you normally would. At the final point when he needs to pay, you just say you want to pay by BitPay. And what happens is there's a wallet, and BitPay then looks at what that item costs. Let's say it's 150 Australian dollars. And if you choose to pay by BitPay, you can select which coin that you select, and BitPay does the conversion immediately and pays shop.com, which is our account, and you'll take out the right amount from your BitPay wallet. And hence, that's the transaction. Now, you may say, so what does it mean to me? And I suppose what I'm really trying to equip all of us is the fact that if you have somebody who says to you, oh, you know, cryptocurrencies is fraud, etc., then they are not the right people we need to talk to. But if somebody asks us, oh, how does it work? Then you are able to explain that, you know, you need to get a BitPay account, and with your cryptocurrency, you can then purchase products from us. And more importantly, I suppose it applies more to other countries, which is our global product. Because if you sell to somebody in Thailand, as an example, or India or Pakistan, they may not have a credit card, but there is a good chance that they would have cryptocurrency, which means they can buy our products using the cryptocurrency. So I think Nancy mentioned just now in her presentation with what the inflation, deflation, the money supply, they very soon it is believed that the fiat currency, which is the currency that is issued by countries, whether it's in Malaysia, Singapore, or Australia, those countries issue their currency, but the currencies are not backed by anything, right? So there's always the fear that there's going to come a time when these currencies will be not worth the paper it is printed on, and the cryptocurrency would be the one that could be used. So I would sell it as a positive, and I can very much bet you that not many people in the e-commerce business even accepts cryptocurrency, but we do. All right. So and this is a legal way of doing it. So it is not a tax dodge, tax minimization, or anything like that. All of this is above board. Okay. And I think there will come a time when you hear Steve Ashley, when he finished his presentation, he says there are other things to come. And I'm personally hopeful that they might say to us, what would you like? Would you like it paid in Australian dollars or cryptocurrency? And I will certainly put my hand up for cryptocurrency. Okay. Thank you, Lily. That is all I've got.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Yes. So cryptocurrency, you can stop sharing. Thank you very much. So cryptocurrency indeed is very exciting, and definitely it is something that you can open conversations with people on social media, even on your Facebook and groups and all that. So thank you very much to all the great presentation that the presenters have done. You all did your preparation well, and although we went a bit over time, but that is okay because it was all good information. So I just wanted to finish up by letting you all know that Evita and myself, we are actually running a ECCT this on the 26th of September. So do come and join in if you need to get your ECCT done before the end of this quarter's MUFO, or if this is just a revision that you want to do, okay? So it's on the 26th of September, and the last day of booking is the 23rd of September. So thank you very much, everybody, for coming in. And I just wanted to say that the next coring that we are going to have, Kitty and a few other people that she's going to pull together, we will be talking about tools that we have got in our shop.com. Okay, so we will end here. Any comments, anything else people want to chat?
Thank you, Lily, for hosting.
Not a problem. So we will see you all next week. And thank you so much to all the presenters. It was so good to have this revision. And
yes, thank you, everybody.
Thank
Good
you.
night.
Well done, everyone.
Good night. Take care. Stay safe.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Thank you, everyone.
Good night. Good night.
Night.
Good night.